we now have a flag forming on the pound yen. You can kind of see it right here on the daily chart, this little bit of inward slanting consolidation. So it's a little bit different than the high and tight, which goes sideways like this, but still a flag pattern in its own right. Now, just as we did with the euro yen, I want to get an idea, some perspective of where I'm at. So I draw my horizontal line on and I look to the left. I see that, did we break and close above this level of structure right here? Yes, we did. So I can keep my bullish bias. Let's make sure we're not at another level of structure that we need to pay attention to. And I'll go to my weekly for this. And again, we're paying attention to this top line here. We'll go back to 2009. Again, the year when I first started trading. And once again, actually, I guess 2007, 2009 when I first learned about Forex. But once again, we're at a level of consolidation here, but we're nowhere near the highs, right? I can definitely expect price action to continue a little bit higher to at least the highest close up here around, what is this, about 214s, 215, somewhere in that area. So we do all that just to, again, create our directional bias and say, yes, I think the market can go long. And why is that important? Well, because if I'm looking for long opportunities where I need the market to go long in order for me to make profit, I better be sure that my analysis lines up with it. I won't go into a whole rant on this, but it's a big problem that lots of traders make. They don't actually do analysis. They look for the thing and they make a prediction, but they don't actually understand that, hey, I need to do analysis to set up a directional bias because my directional bias is going to tell me the path of least resistance. They get excited over the entry and all that fun stuff, which is somewhat important, but honestly, your directional prediction is much more important than the entry because there's tons of ways you can get involved, right? So anyway, going back down on here on pound yen, right? We have that room to go higher. So let's see, how can we get higher? Well, we have our flag pattern, right? Again, we saw something very similar here. Price action, actually we saw it a couple times in a row. This one's a little bit sad to be honest, but we saw it right here, swing low to swing high, and then we saw a downward consolidation before a break up, right? Now we saw it again, swing low to swing high, and we see an inward slanted formation, and we would expect a bullish break. Now, just like with the euro yen or any other flag or consolidation pattern that I ever talk about on this channel, 3 ways to get involved: the before, the during, and the after. The before is at some point down here, right before the breakout actually happens, and that gives you kind of the most opportunity to trade it all up. It also gives you the most risk, and I'll talk a little bit more about that later.